Welcome to the Dwig America podcast. And now your host, Todd Dwiggins.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of the Dwig America podcast. I, in fact, am your host, Todd Dwiggins. Thank you so much for joining me. On today's podcast, I'm going to talk a little bit about why I'm doing a podcast, where this whole idea originated from, and maybe a few extra thoughts after that. So, where did the Dwig America podcast come from? Where is its beginnings? So, it starts way back when I was just a wee lad. As a boy, my family had, like many families, a small tape recorder in the house that my older brother and I would use to do fake commercials and fake radio programs, interviews, that sort of thing, and we just had fun with it. My sister used it, I think, primarily to record Bee Gees off the radio, that sort of thing. So anyway, that's where it started as a kid. And as I got older, I got a little handheld tape recorder, and I was always, wherever I was going around with that tape recorder just making tapes. That's it, for my own enjoyment, pleasure. It's just a little hobby. I didn't really think much about it. It's just something I enjoyed doing. In high school, I was asked my sophomore year by my English teacher if I would like to be on our high school radio station. So I started doing that, which I enjoyed a great deal. My junior year, she made me the sports director, so I was able to do play-by-play for the high school football and basketball games, which was fun, though I don't think I was that great at it. But again, it was all for fun. And after I went off to college and such, that was it for my broadcasting career. I didn't pursue it. And then I continued to use my little handheld tape recorder, recording device, whatever it was. Wherever I went, it was just a fun way to sort of, instead of having like a written journal, kind of an audio journal, because I could replay it and hear the past come back to life, I guess. That's the best way to put it. So anyway, it was fun. And again, never thought a whole lot about it. And then the whole new thing comes up with iPods, iTunes, that whole technology revolution. And I found an interest in it and found that, you know what? It doesn't take a whole lot of money to start a podcast. And so with encouragement from my wife and kids, they said I should start a podcast. And so that is why the podcast came to be. Dwig America comes from the fact that, besides it's a play on my last name, comes from the fact that I was sort of the go-to guy in the family for the anniversary videos with music and pictures, birthday videos, that sort of deal. And so whenever I would do one at the end, just as a joke, I would put, "This has been a Dwig America production." So that's where Dwig America came from. So that's the start. That's the history. And that's kind of why I'm doing it. I don't think I'm exceptionally brilliant or smart or having anything, that I feel like I'm any better than anyone else, but I feel like, at least I can do this, if for no other reason, because I enjoy it. That's why I'm doing it, because I have fun doing it. So if people want to listen, fantastic. That would be great, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to enjoy doing it. So as I was thinking, well, what can I put on a podcast? What can I do that's of interest? So what I came up with there is I was thinking today about Facebook, as I checked Facebook in the morning. And I realized as I was looking through Facebook that everyone seems to have a different reason or a different purpose for using Facebook. For instance, myself, I use Facebook because I just want to keep in touch with family that don't live close by and friends that I've made over the years just to kind of keep in touch. But it's not real serious. Now, there's other people that really are into, it seems like they're very into Facebook and almost get offended if you're not commenting or liking their post, but they post a lot, which is fine if that's what you want to do, but it's not my reason for using Facebook. Anyway, so my question is, what is the purpose for you? What is the purpose of Facebook? Why do you use it? Is it a business tool? For some people, it's a business tool. Do you just want to keep in touch with friends? Do you feel like those people that are friends on Facebook are your friends? Or does it matter? Does it matter if anyone comments or likes your post that you put on? Does it bother you? Or do you not care at all? Do you feel like if people don't comment that they're not truly your friends? I've seen that there too. And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just curious to see how people look and use Facebook. It's just something I'm curious about. There are some people on Facebook that kind of crack me up. There's the, so what I do is, how I manage my Facebook is I don't unfriend a lot of people, but I will block people that put political posts because they annoy me. So if I never respond to you, maybe it's because you've put a ton of political posts. No offense, but I just block it. Or other posts that I find kind of offensive, I'll just block because I don't want to hear it. But that's my choice. There's two other items that really kind of crack me up on Facebook. One is the angel of death. There's always that, well, not just one, I have several, but they always crack me up. It's always the same people that when anyone dies, it doesn't matter who they are, anyone famous dies, they're like the first person to post it. And that just kind of makes me laugh a little bit, like, wow, I guess they're really in touch with everyone that's dying. So that kind of cracks me up. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just one of those things that I notice. There's always the death notice person or people, and I won't block them. That just makes me laugh. And what's the other one I was thinking of? Oh yeah, the ones that kind of go along with that fake news thing, the fake medical cures and things like that, where you look at the link and it is not any website that is credible, but their claims of healing for, you name the disease, there's someone that has a claim that this is going to cure it. I kind of think those are a little almost mean-spirited, not for the people sharing them, because I think the people that are sharing them are genuine and think that it's real, but I think it's mean-spirited for those people that post them because they're not real. There is no amazing cure for many of these diseases or cancers there yet. They're getting there, but they're not there yet. And so I feel like it gives people false hope and thinking, oh, I have a cure for my illness. No, it's not there. And those bother me a lot. I just don't think it's fair. Okay, so that's it for me, for what bothers me on Facebook. I'm just curious why people use it, what your reasons are. So now, here's the big thing. This is not going to be successful at all as a podcast if I don't have some form of interaction. So the interaction is, why do you like Facebook? Or why do you use Facebook? What's your reasons for using it? And then email me at Dwigamaniac, DWIGAMANIAC @gmail.com. So email me back. Let me know why you use your purpose in using Facebook, and I'll read through some of them, and maybe on the next podcast I'll go over some of those. And if you think that I'm wrong in what I've been saying, that's fine. Let me know. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Again, I'm trying to keep things positive. This is just me wondering out loud. Why do people use Facebook? So basically, each podcast, I'll try to have some form of question or thought that I have that I'm going to put out there. and hopefully people will respond and it can become more interactive. Future podcasts, I will have guests and interviews and that sort of thing. So again, if you have any idea of someone, or if you yourself thinks that you would make a good guest or an interview, get a hold of me at dwegamaniac@gmail.com and let me know. Okay, I think that's it for today. I think that's enough. This is the introduction podcast. Even though I've done one before, this is the one to explain who I am and why I'm doing it. I am grateful for everyone that's listened and for those that have reached out to ask how they can help. If you know how to get this podcast spread in a better format, I'm trying to get it on iTunes and other platforms that way. If you know how to do that, let me know. I'm trying to work this whole thing out. I'm still working on the technology. I'm still a novice. I still don't know what I'm doing, as you can probably tell from this podcast. But I'm trying my best, and we'll see how it goes, and we'll see how this thing grows and develops, and maybe it'll just be me for the near future babbling on, but hopefully this will grow, this will get better, and we'll all enjoy it together. So thanks again for listening from the beautiful Dwig America Studios here in lovely and toasty Central Texas. Todd Dwiggins saying thanks for listening, and so long, everybody.